Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and we're coming at you with another video about SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. We're getting a brand new Gundam Zeta themed banner coming out today, and we have information on the units, as well as a teaser trailer about their animations. So I hope you guys are excited for these, and we're going to break them down in this video. So if you like this sort of content, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more G Generation Eternal content, as well as Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, Gundam, like Digimon, whatever I kind of want to mess with in the weeb community when I feel like it, content. And yeah, let's go see what they're about. First things first, we've got the trailer for the new units. Yes, we got the Wave Rider mode, of course, of course. That's a clean transformation scene, I'm just saying. Like, I'm not mad at it at all. Alright, alright. Ooh, we got the Wave Crasher animation. I call it Wave Crasher, but yeah, we got the Wave Rider, the animation he uses against Paptimus in the finale. Alright, alright, alright. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the look of Vio. A lot of the Jupiter mechs look kind of funky to me, but I did like the extra arms with the beam sabers. And we got Paptimus in there as well. So we've got a supporter right there. We can see that. I love them giving like Zeta Gundam the shine of absorbing the fallen new type's energy. This is like very cool from their climatic battle at the end of Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta. We got a new supporter, and it's very, very interesting because we already have a supporter. Like, I have it in my box of that just supports Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta tags. So I'm wondering what this is going to support. Kind of like how Marina and Ptolemaeus has a support for the Unstoppable tag, not Double O. So I'm very, very excited to see what the supporter does, but let us go over and check out what the units do. Okay, so we have the UR limited time unit, Zeta Gundam EX, and I might make a video on this a little later. I think that when people hear limited time unit, they think like Epic 7 or Genshin limited time. Like, this guy's gonna come around and then he will not be back for ages. But I think that when they say limited time unit, they just mean more like a Dokkan Fest from Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I think that just means that it's gonna have its own featured banner, and it will not be back on another banner until it's also featured. Like, I do think that, like, it's not gonna be as bad as, like, we saw how many featured units were on this first banner. We had the what's not the bluish stray. I think we had a Strike Rouge. We had quite a few things on the feature banner. And heck, I think even like the original Freedom Gundam was on the featured banner, if I'm not mistaken. But you just also have the fact that you could only get Strike Freedom on this banner, and he'll probably be back. Like, when we get Destiny Gundam and it's its own limited, we'll probably get like the Strike Freedom come back on his banner as a limited. But this is limited time unit Zeta Gundam EX. It's a custom weapons Wave Rider Charge EX, so that's actually pretty tight. We're gonna get that crucial moment where he turned into the Wave Rider mode and crashed into Paptimus. But it says featured, introducing the first unit wielding a power 5,900 weapon with a range of 4. The higher your attack HP, the more damage dealt to the enemy, and it also has weapon effects. Be cautious about losing HP and time your attacks for maximum damage. Now, it is an attack type, and I kind of surmise this thinking about it, because in game already the SSR is a support type, and then the O's SSR is a durability type. But the armored O version that we're getting for the free-to-play event, like pretty much later tonight or tomorrow, it's an attack type. So I was like, okay, if that's an attack type and the original O is a durability type, I was thinking that the new URO is going to be a support type, and that might leave Zeta Gundam to be the attack type. And kind of felt like I was right about that. Spoiler alert, it is right. But the point is, you have this, an attack type. They are releasing a lot of attack types. So far, both the limited units released in this game have been attack types. And what I want to know is if they're going to make this a double chance type. If this is the case, this may be an overarching trend of making every tag have a double chance attack, or a double chance step unit, so that it can you have your attacker for each of these, eternal roads or things like that. Now, we also just got the teaser for the OEX. And this is a support unit, custom weapons beam sword EX, and obviously it's got 4 beam swords, so there you go. Introducing the first unit under the Universal Century series tags, featuring the weapon effect inflicts damage taken from beam weapons up to 25%. When your vigor is super high or above, an ability can increase your attack and defense by 10%. Support your allies while raising your vigor to unleash devastating damage. So this is actually very, very interesting because this, well, one, it's not limited, just like Aegis wasn't, but it seems very much so. Like, this guy is meant to just completely pile on the damage while not even being your main character. So or your main push unit, your main carry unit. So this is actually very interesting. This is probably going to be the highest damage output guy we've had when it comes to just being a support type, and that's going to be interesting. Now my question is he going to have double support, or will we see our first in-game for us triple support? Because we've seen triple support and triple defending on the opposing team for, like, just hard missions. I'm hoping that this guy's the first triple supporter, but I think they may have said something like that in the featured section. But at the very minimum, having the damage taken by beam weapons up by 25% is going to be a very, very good debuff. Having this guy on the same team as like Red Gundam will be great when you can minus somebody's defense by 30% and then minus the damage they take from beam weapons up by 25%, and then have characters come through with beam based attacks and just destroy when it comes to damage. So I think that's actually really, really cool. This guy's really gonna probably help out your Universal Century Eternal Expert, so that's pretty awesome. But I'm looking forward to these units. Let me know what you guys are thinking when it comes to this. But yeah, it's really cool that they're at least giving us these previews. Kind of came out in the middle of the night, and I wish it came out yesterday, not gonna lie. Because, well, I mean, yesterday was Mother's Day if you're in America, but at the same time, it's just kind of weird that these come out within 6 hours of the banners dropping, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, I'm excited. Let me know in the comments if you guys are going to be pulling for them. I will probably be pulling for them myself. Maybe just a couple multis. I might put in like 2, 3, maybe 4 multis max. I don't think this is going to be something I go all in on. I'm going to see what we have to farm in game in order to just maybe get in another multi or something like that. Now, when it comes to in-game, though, I do also want to point out that we do have a survey going on. This survey is just trying to kind of temperature check how people are feeling about the game. I will tell you right now that there's not a place to put in your negative feedback until the very end, and they don't ask you for negative feedback. They ask you if there's anything else you would like to state, and you get a chance to type. That's the point where you're going to put in how hard it is to acquire diamonds, if that's what you want to put in, the grinding, the AP usage, things like that. I do put a little money in this game, and I'm very, very happy to do so, being I'm not going to lie, I'm a seasoned gacha player. But at the same time, I understand that the free-to-play players do very much so matter, and you need to make sure they're taken care of. And this game so far, 2 weeks in between banners is kind of wild, especially seeing as it's not like this game is trying to catch up to anything. So I feel like that's kind of weird, but yeah, let me know what you guys are putting in that survey. I do want to know. And yeah, that's pretty much that. The only other thing is that we are getting this Fierce Enemy Assault another 12 hours after the banner is out. You will be able to get the Dice Psycho Gundam as well as this O armored version. So I'm assuming the O armored version and the Psycho Gundam will both be playable in the Zeta tag, since Psycho Gundam did come from the Zeta, and since the O is literally an armored version of the original O. So I'm assuming that both of these guys will be in the Zeta tag. So between 2 new URs, 2 fully maxable SSRs, it just feels like we're about to get into this position where Gundam Zeta is going to be a fully kitted team, much like Seed is already being pushed. So I'm super excited for that. I hope you guys are too. And just let me know how you guys are feeling about the game so far. I'm going to be putting a lot more content for it up on here. I just had to kind of get a lot of stuff worked out the past week, and yeah, it was just like kind of bad timing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this video, and like I said, let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling, if you guys are going to be summoning, if you guys are going to be skipping, what you guys hope comes up next for the next limited unit, and how you feel about the limited unit being this way. But like I said, I might make a whole nother video on that, but alright, thank you guys, see you later, peace.